On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Pilgrim.
A person who journeys, especially a long distance, to a sacred place as an act of religious devotion.
Examples:
Shrine for pilgrims. Pilgrim site. The group of pilgrims walked in silence, deep in thought and prayer.
Alien.
A person who comes from a different country, race, or group, a form of life assumed to exist outside the Earth or its atmosphere.
Examples:
Alien fungi. Resident aliens. Alien species have drastically altered the ecosystem in this area.
Abduct.
To take someone away illegally to an undisclosed location by force, usually to extract a ransom.
Examples:
Abduct a girl. Abduct at gunpoint. The passerby witnessed the moment the boy was abducted.
Unstick.
To free something that is stuck or adhering to something else.
Examples:
Unstick the door. Unstick the pages of a book. I had to use a knife to unstick the envelope from the table.
Chronological.
Arranged in the order in which events occurred.
Examples:
Chronological progression. Sorted in chronological order. He presented the timeline of the project in a chronological sequence.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. Grand this year.
Canyon.
A large deep valley with very steep sides of rock and usually formed by a river.
Examples:
Twisty canyon road. Canyon of skyscrapers. The Grand Canyon has an awe-inspiring sight.
Optometrist.
A healthcare professional who specializes in the examination, diagnosis, and treatment of vision and eye-related disorders, and who may prescribe and fit corrective lenses or other optical aids.
Examples:
Optometrist appointment. Licensed optometrist. I visited an optometrist to have my eyes checked for a new prescription for glasses.
Captivity.
The situation in which a person or animal is kept in prison or a space that they cannot escape from.
Examples:
Escape from captivity. Animals in captivity in the zoo. Pandas rarely breed in captivity.
Intergalactic.
Existing or occurring between different galaxies, equals an independent group of stars.
Examples:
Intergalactic travel. Intergalactic matter. The intergalactic spaceship traveled to distant planets.
Humiliation.
The feeling of being made to feel ashamed or foolish.
Examples:
An intolerable humiliation. A taste of humiliation. His public humiliation resulted from a cruel prank played by his colleagues.
Slaughterhouse.
A facility where animals are killed and processed for meat.
Examples:
Slaughterhouse operation. Slaughterhouse facility. The smell of the slaughterhouse made him feel sick to his stomach.
Refuge.
The state of being safe or protected from danger, trouble, or difficulty, or a place providing shelter or protection from them.
Examples:
Refuge camp. A harbor of refuge. Some of the émigrés sought refuge in this country.
Underground.
Under the surface of the ground, a secret group organized to achieve a specific purpose, such as overthrowing the government or occupying a force.
Examples:
Water flowing underground. Underground activist. Having underground parking has been very beneficial throughout the winter.
Allied.
United or connected by a political or military agreement.
Examples:
Allied forces. Chemicals allied products. The two countries were allied in their efforts to combat terrorism.
Bomb.
A weapon that explodes and is used to kill or injure people or to cause damage to something.
Examples:
Atomic bombs. Disarm the bomb. The use of cluster bombs is strictly prohibited by international law.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Utterly.
Completely or absolutely.
Examples:
Utterly changed. Utterly ignorant. We are utterly opposed to any form of terrorism.
Demolish.
To completely destroy or tear down a building, structure, or other entity, to ruin or eliminate the effectiveness or power of something.
Examples:
Demolish a myth. Demolish a bridge. The city decided to demolish the old, unsafe building and build a new one.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Anthropology.
The scientific study of humanity, concerned with human behavior, human biology, cultures, societies, and linguistics in both the present and past, including past human species.
Examples:
social anthropology, anthropology of religion. The areas of anthropology and psychology are significantly related to one another.
Insist.
To say something clearly or demand something forcefully, especially when other people disagree with or oppose what you say.
Examples:
insist on a clear answer. Insist over and over. He insisted that she pay her debt to the last penny.
Spearhead.
To lead or initiate an effort or campaign.
Examples:
spearhead campaign, spearhead movement. The CEO decided to spearhead the new project to ensure its success.
Graph.
A picture consisting of a line, lines, points, etc., that shows how two or more sets of certain quantities are related to each other.
Examples:
graph theory. A graph sample. This bar graph shows sales over the past 5 years.
Fortune.
A large amount of money or property, chance or luck as an unknown and arbitrary force affecting human affairs.
Examples:
ill fortune. Bit of good fortune. Capitalism guarantees the right of ownership of personal fortune.
Zany.
Eccentric or unconventional, humorously or foolishly, clownish, resembling a clown or jester.
Examples:
zany behavior. Zany costume. The zany comedian had the audience laughing uncontrollably.
Curve.
A bend or angle in a line or surface that deviates from a straight or flat path, a gradual or smooth change in direction or shape.
Examples:
learning curve. Yield curve. The curve in the road was so sharp that I had to slow down to navigate it safely.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Fairy.
A mythical being of folklore and romance, usually depicted as having magic powers.
Examples:
fairy tale. A water fairy. The mischievous fairy flew gracefully through the forest, spreading magic wherever she went.
Tale.
A story made up in someone's imagination, especially one full of action and adventure.
Examples:
A fairy tale. Tale of horror. Ghosts in folk tales are almost always malicious.
Myth.
An ancient story or set of stories accepted as history, especially explaining the worldview of a people.
Examples:
The myth of an old religion. Perpetuate a myth. With the financial bubble bursting, the myth of economic growth in investment banking collapsed.
Echo.
A sound heard after being reflected off a surface, such as a wall or a cliff.
Examples:
The echo of a person's footsteps. Sound echo. A thunderous boom echoed throughout the valley.
Distinguish.
To notice or understand the difference between two people or things.
Examples:
Distinguish these two things. Distinguish man from the other animals. This study distinguished 4 different ways to run a business.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Cause an accident. Injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Satisfy.
To make somebody pleased by giving them what they want or need.
Examples:
Satisfy a desire. Satisfy a user's needs. Did this response satisfy your request?
Arc.
The shape of a portion of a circle or other curved line.
Examples:
The arc current. An arc of a circumference. A ball flew in a big arc.
Odds.
The degree or probability that a particular thing will or will not happen.
Examples:
Odds in favor. Odds of business. What are the odds that he will survive?
Ambiguity.
The quality of being open to more than one interpretation, the uncertainty of meaning.
Examples:
Free from ambiguity. Avoid ambiguity in writing. The ambiguity in the instructions made it difficult for her to complete the task.
Ditch.
A long, narrow, and shallow depression or channel that is dug into the ground. Verb, to throw away.
Examples:
Agricultural ditch. Ditch my career. The farmers used ditches to drain water from their fields.
Clear-cut.
Defined or delimited sharply and distinctly, easily seen or understood, without ambiguity or confusion.
Examples:
Clear-cut evidence. Clear-cut definition. The clear-cut instructions made the task simple and easy to follow.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning. Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples:
Abandon a friend. Abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Straightforward.
Easy to do or understand, or simple, free from ambiguity.
Examples:
Straightforward manner. Make a straightforward dash. The defendant gave a straightforward and accurate description of the accident.
Chronology.
The science of arranging events in their order of occurrence in time.
Examples:
Astronomical chronology. Chronology order. The chronology of events was important for understanding history.
Proceeding.
An event or series of events that happen as part of a larger process or action, an official record of legal or administrative action or meeting.
Examples:
Proceeding in bankruptcy. Proceeding in bankruptcy. The legal proceeding took several months to conclude.
Crop.
A plant that is cultivated in large amounts, particularly for food.
Examples:
Crop field. Crop herbicide. Sow early for an early crop.
Heaven.
Of various religious and mythological traditions, a place or state of existence considered to be the abode of the divine, the afterlife, or a higher realm of being, a state of great happiness, contentment, or beauty.
Examples:
Ascend to heaven. Heaven on earth. He felt like heaven when he tasted the delicious chocolate cake.
Rarefied.
Not commonly known or understood, particularly due to belonging to a specialized or elite group.
Examples:
The rarefied world of academics. Rarefied language. The rarefied air at the mountaintop made breathing difficult for those not used to high altitudes.
Luminous.
Emitting or reflecting light, especially in the dark, shining or glowing brightly, full of light or enlightenment.
Examples:
Luminous glow. Luminous stars. The room was filled with luminous decorations that shone in the dark.
Titanic.
Of or having a great size, power, or influence, of or relating to titanium, equals a light, strong gray, lustrous, corrosion-resistant metallic element.
Examples:
Titanic battle. Titanic compound. The Titanic ship sank on its maiden voyage.
Vastness.
The extent or size of something, often describing an ample space or area, the quality of being immense or immense in scale.
Examples:
Limitless vastness. Scenic vastness. The vastness of the ocean was awe-inspiring and humbling.
Universe.
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples:
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Heroic.
Courageous and daring, having or displaying qualities appropriate for legendary figures, that is, courage and daring.
Examples:
A heroic poem. Heroic explorers. The heroic actions of individuals are now easily spread worldwide by SNS.
Comedy.
A genre of dramatic entertainment that aims to amuse and provoke laughter by depicting amusing or ludicrous situations, characters, or events. The use of humor, wit, and satire in writing, films, and other forms of entertainment.
Examples:
Comedy series. Romantic comedy. I love going to see live comedy shows with my friends.
Pointless.
Having no purpose or reason, serving no useful function, meaningless or senseless.
Examples:
Pointless argument. Pointless task. The meeting was considered pointless since nothing was accomplished.
Vantage.
A position or place that provides a commanding or advantageous view or perspective, a favorable position or advantage.
Examples:
Strategic vantage. Gain advantage. From our vantage point, we could see the whole city skyline.
Infundibulum.
A funnel-shaped part of a bodily structure, particularly the brain or reproductive system.
Examples:
Infundibulum hypothalami. Pituitary infundibulum. The infundibulum of the brain helps to regulate the release of hormones.
Devastating.
Causing a great deal of destruction or damage.
Examples:
Have devastating effects. Treat this devastating disease. This typhoon was the most devastating in years.
Counterpart.
A person or thing that corresponds to or has the same function as another person or thing.
Examples:
Counterpart agreement. Negotiating counterpart. His counterpart in the other company is responsible for marketing.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Cradle.
A small bed for an infant, often designed to rock back and forth, a place or region where something begins or originates.
Examples:
From the cradle to the grave. Cradle of civilization. The baby peacefully slept in her cradle, surrounded by stuffed animals and blankets.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Harmless.
Not able or not likely to cause damage or harm.
Examples:
Harmless in most people. Harmless substances. Most people thought of him as a harmless eccentric.
Adherent.
A person who supports a particular party, person, or set of ideas, the act or state of coming or being in close contact with something.
Examples:
An adherent of the ideology. Non-adherent cell. He was a devout adherent of the religion.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Tenet.
One of the fundamental ideas or beliefs upon which a theory or broader group of views is founded.
Examples:
Basic tenets. A fundamental tenet of Judaism. This section explains a central tenet of economics.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Genuine.
Real and exactly, not pretended, sincerely felt or expressed.
Examples:
A genuine article. Show genuine regret. Is this painting genuine or forged?
Consist.
To be composed or made up of.
Examples:
Consist mainly of cells. Consist only in knowing facts. This examination consists of 5 problems to solve.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Cosmic.
Relating to the universe or cosmos, vast or limitless.
Examples:
Second cosmic velocity. Cosmic background radiation. Cosmic rays are high-energy particles that originate from outside the solar system.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Appoint.
To give someone a job or role, especially as a public official or member of an organization, to arrange or decide on a time or a place.
Examples:
Appoint members. Appoint the day. The court appointed a guardian for the child.
Meaningless.
Having no meaning, direction, or purpose.
Examples:
A meaningless endeavor. Do a meaningless task. This experiment's results are meaningless because the other conditions are not identical.
Association.
A people or groups of people who have joined in a single organization together for a particular purpose, a social or business connection or relationship.
Examples:
Word associations. A scholarship association. His membership in the association provided him with numerous benefits.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Bleak.
Unlikely to be favorable, unpleasantly cold and damp, offering little or no hope.
Examples:
Prospects were bleak. Bleak future. The political landscape looks bleak without a change of administration.
Moralize.
To express or teach a moral lesson or principle, often in a self-righteous or didactic way. To reflect on the ethical or moral aspects of a situation or behavior.
Examples:
Moralize a situation. Moralize about politics. I don't like it when people try to moralize me about my personal choices.
Intersperse.
To scatter or distribute among or between other things, to insert or place something at intervals.
Examples:
Intersperse his speech. Intersperse exclamation marks. The author interspersed anecdotes throughout the book to break up the text and make it more engaging.
Grim.
Looking or sounding very serious or gloomy.
Examples:
Grim reality. A grim-featured man. The result presented a grim picture of inefficiency and corruption.
Assess.
To judge or decide the nature or quality of someone or something.
Examples:
Assess a tax of £10. Assess the quality. Our company needs to assess the business impact of climate change.
Morsel.
A small piece or fragment, particularly of food, a small, tasty, or pleasing bit of something.
Examples:
Mouth-watering morsel. Tiny morsel. I only had a small morsel of cake while trying to watch my weight.
Fictional.
Imaginary and not real, of or related to literary fiction.
Examples:
Fictional character. Non-fictional text. The names of the company are entirely fictional.
Ego.
A consciousness of your own identity, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, especially inflated one.
Examples:
Ego defense mechanisms. National ego. She was constantly trying to boost her ego by talking about her accomplishments.
Parable.
A short allegorical story designed to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson.
Examples:
Parable story. Biblical parable. Jesus quoted parables to teach important lessons to his disciples.
Yeast.
A type of fungus that is used in making alcoholic drinks such as beer and wine or to make bread rise.
Examples:
Yeast cell. Yeast leavened bread. They carefully nurture a yeast fungus used to produce sake.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Suffocate.
To die or cause someone to die from lack of air or inability to breathe. To be overwhelmed or constricted by a feeling or situation, such as anxiety or oppression.
Examples:
Suffocate to death. Suffocate fire. People can suffocate from a lack of oxygen in confined spaces.
Excrement.
The waste matter discharged from the body, particularly that which is evacuated through the bowels or urinary tract.
Examples:
Animal excrement. Human excrement. As a dog owner, cleaning up your pet's excrement is responsible.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Champagne.
A type of sparkling wine produced in the Champagne region of France, or any similar wine produced elsewhere.
Examples:
Champagne toast. Champagne celebration. They opened a bottle of champagne to celebrate their success.
Spite.
Feelings of anger and resentment, in spite of, also despite, a phrase that is used to indicate that something happened or exists even though there is a particular obstacle or difficulty.
Examples:
Bear spite against him. Die in spite of intensive care. He did it out of spite, to annoy me.
Insistence.
The act or an instance of demanding or saying something clearly, persistence.
Examples:
Collective insistence. Rigid insistence. Despite her insistence, he refused to change his mind.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Slim.
Having a slender or thin build, often by design or effort, of small size, amount, or margin, reduced or limited.
Examples:
Slim chances. Slim margin. The slim laptop was easy to carry around and perfect for travel.